everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a review of a niche fragrance brand that have some really interesting dupe fragrances for famous perfumes that you'll probably know. So big thank you to Dialect Fragrances for sponsoring this video and introducing me to their brand. If you're new here, then hello and welcome. We have hundreds of videos just like this. I review niche perfumes, designer perfumes, you name it. And of course on my website as well, I have hundreds and hundreds of review articles going through whole ranges. So do check them all out. And if you are a regular viewer, do check to see if you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. And down below in the description box is where I will put the link to where you can buy Dialect fragrances. So the Dialect brand is all about sort of making scents accessible. I'm going to be reviewing their alternative to Baccarat Rouge, which is of course like £250 or something. Instead, these are $39 and they are vegan and cruelty free, which a lot of mainstream fragrances still aren't. They come in plastic free packaging and they're also certified carbon neutral product. Books made from 100% recyclable materials. So they're focusing their sort of time, money and effort on those kind of things rather than on spending money on expensive marketing campaigns and celebrities and everything. So I have 3 of their best sellers to try for you today. So I'm gonna start off with their Amber Infusion. This is an eau de parfum. So let's give it a go. So Baccarat Rouge, if you're not familiar with it, is a really best-selling perfume considering how much it costs. About $250 for a 75 ml. Oh wow. Okay, wow. That really does smell like Baccarat Rouge. As the name suggests, it has an ambery undertone. It also has a sweetness to it. It's kind of sexy, evening, interesting. It has very good lasting power. And it's definitely similar to Ariana Grande Cloud, and for sure it is similar to this as well. So at first, for sure, I really got that same Baccarat Rouge sweet amber scent. Now it's settling. I'm getting a hint of a spiciness, which I don't get in Baccarat Rouge, but only a tiny hint. I think that might be from the fir note, which is in the base of the fragrance. And Baccarat Rouge uses a saffron note. Saffron, as you might well know, is the most expensive ingredient on the planet. Pound for pound, it costs more than gold. I think they've done a pretty good job of recreating that same saffrony amber sweet scent. I would say that this is just slightly more woody, slightly more that pine note. See, there's a cedar note in here as well. But you could definitely use this, swap this out with your Baccarat Rouge. Now that it's settling, it's coming across as a little bit lighter than Baccarat Rouge as well, which is a good thing, I think, because Baccarat Rouge can be really heavy and a bit sickly. So if you do like that type of vibe, but you don't want it to be too sweet, too intense, I think this is a little bit fresher, a little bit more woody. It feels very unisex as well. I know Baccarat Rouge is worn by men and women, but the sweetness in it sometimes makes you feel that it's more female than male, whereas this, being slightly less sweet, makes me feel it's more unisex and wearable for a man as well as a woman. But it definitely smells like 90% the same as Baccarat Rouge, so that's a pretty good dupe. You're saving 80% of the price of Baccarat Rouge if you get this instead. I have to say the bottles are pretty weighty. The cap is like quite thick, good quality, and you know, so's the bottle and the spray. So it doesn't feel like you've got a cheap fragrance or anything. It feels good quality. Okay, so next we have their Tobacco Opulence fragrance, again eau de parfum, and this is a alternative to Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. Again, you're saving 80% because that retails for around £200 and this is $39. Oh, and by the way, they do have a deal where if you buy 3 perfumes, you get 10% off, 4, 15, 5, 20%, and you get free shipping when you buy 3 as well. So they do have lots of like bulk buy offers. I get sweet cardamom This feels very wintry, Christmas spices, cinnamon I'm getting. And again, this doesn't have a sweetness to it. The Tom Ford one can be a bit vanilla-y, a bit sickly. This feels fresher, more wearable. It literally smells like Christmas. The tobacco note is not too intense, too heavy. Again, definitely could be worn by a man or a woman, feels very unisex. For me, the clove note is really what's coming through. That's it's warm, slightly spiciness, but it's not overly spicy and it's certainly not sharp. And then the tobacco is sort of in the background a bit. Definitely a good alternative to the Tom Ford. It's making me feel like Christmas again. Okay, and then lastly, I have their Romantic Blossom, and this is an alternative to COCO Mademoiselle from Chanel, the worldwide best-selling perfume. Okay, so let's give it a go. Ooh, definitely getting COCO Mademoiselle vibes for sure. This is an eau de parfum. I am feeling that it is perhaps more towards feeling like the COCO Mademoiselle Eau de Toilette. I'm getting the fresh orangey notes that are in the top note of COCO Mademoiselle, but I definitely get the signature COCO Mademoiselle smell. I think this perhaps is the closest of the three to the one that it's inspired by. And considering that COCO Mademoiselle is over £100 a bottle now, I think £39 for 50ml is a great alternative. You could use it to layer with your COCO Mademoiselle to save money, or use it as an alternative for less special occasions. So I'm definitely going to be adding this to my list of alternatives to COCO Mademoiselle that I have on my website. Yeah, it's definitely bringing out more of the fresher orange vibe, but that chypre, rose, patchouli undertone that COCO Mademoiselle is known for is definitely there. Cool, so those are my three that I've tried from Dialect. I have to say the packaging, the presentation is really lovely, very simple, but still feels classy. They're actually a British brand, so it's great to support starting like small British brands, just like me, I guess. Do let me know if you've tried any of their fragrances, which ones would you recommend? They have a huge collection on the website of all their different alternatives. There's loads and loads and loads, and like I said, you can get discount for buying more than 3, and you can get free shipping as well. You do also, by the way, get free samples with your order, which come in this really nice packaging. And I love this. It says smelling expensive doesn't have to be expensive, and I think that's a cool ethos. I definitely agree. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys, in the comments down below. And like I said, in the description box, I'll link to the Dialect Fragrances website. But that's it. So thanks so much for watching, as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.